Welcome back to another episode of Eager English and to the To Get series with me, John, part 3. So, this episode is going to consist of purely expressions using to get. Very straightforward. So, let's start off with an explanation. Well, to get can be used as an idiomatic expression, or it can be used in a figurative way, which just means not literal. Whoa. All right, so here are the expressions. We have a lot of them, so I'm just going to kind of go in a very practical way by reading them, explaining them. So these first expressions actually have to do with being offensive. If you do use these, maybe use it with a friend, make sure they know you're joking, etc., etc. So the first one is to get a life. It means to stop wasting time. For example, jerk, he told me to get a life. And yeah, I would rate this pretty offensive. To get a load of someone or something. Overall, this kind of means to believe, like, do you believe this? For example, get a load of this. You can say get a load of this to like laugh at something, like get a load of this. Like, there's no way this is happening. Actually, I would rate this as one of the least offensive ones. It's used more in a comedic context. All right, next one, to get lost. It means to leave. For example, stop what you're doing and get lost. So it just means just leave. Just leave us alone, leave me alone. Next, to get one's act together. The easiest way I could explain this is to behave. For example, can you just get your act together? This isn't too offensive. I would say it's in the middle of being not too offensive and very offensive. It's not that bad. Next one, to really get someone or something. So I know this kind of weird syntax, weird structure, but it just means to be annoyed. For example, Ralph can't be around his brother too much. He really gets to him sometimes. So this means Ralph gets annoyed by his brother. So Ralph is in the first position. Ralph is he, and then the him is his brother. Next are expressions of understanding. So every single one of these has to do with some sort of understanding a concept or whatever the context may be. Alright, so the first expression is to get the picture. This means to understand. In an example, I hope you get the picture. So I hope you understand. That's all it means. Next expression, to get with the program. And it kind of means to start paying attention, but also understand what is happening. A very, very common sentence that you might hear this in is get with the program. This means understand what is happening right now. Next expression, to get the gist. Like, not to understand completely, but just understand the surface level. For example, it's hard to get the gist. So it's hard to barely understand at all. Last expression, to get it. So this is probably the most common way you'll see to get in the understanding context. It just means it, and it literally means to understand. For example, I don't think I'll get it, which this is just a prediction. I don't think I'm going to understand. All right, next expressions. I just categorize them as casual, but maybe they have other feel to them too. But it's kind of just all of the above expressions. So the first expression is to get to someone. And this means to annoy, kind of, but also to pressure. It's like a mixture of both. For example, don't let them get to you. So kind of don't let them annoy you. Don't let them pressure you to the point that something happened. Next one is to get rid, and then it's accompanied by the preposition of, and it means to forget or to erase. It's kind of a versatile expression, so it can mean either of these. In this example, get rid of it all means to more of the erase, kind of like maybe if we're talking about pencils, trash all your pencils, throw them all away. But it can mean just the elimination of something. The next expression is to get real, and this means to become serious. It's kind of more of a colloquial expression, but it's really, really common. For example, it just got real. So the situation became serious. Next expression, to get some shut-eye. It's a very figurative way of saying to sleep well. For example, if I don't get good shut-eye, I'll be mad. The shut-eye just means sleep. So the first expression here is to get into trouble, and it means to do something that results in punishment. Now this action may be good or bad, but ultimately the end result is punishment. For example, he seems to always be getting into trouble, which means whatever he does is resulting him in punishment, scolding, etc. Next expression, to get on someone's case. So this means to be paying full attention to somebody else or to what somebody else does. For example, your mom's always on your case, which means your mom is always paying attention to what you're doing. Last one, to get nowhere. So this doesn't seem too figurative because I can imagine you guys can imagine what this means. It means to be very unproductive. For example, I can't believe I did all this research to get nowhere. All right, now moving on to the caveats of the end of the video. And my caveat is nothing. I have none. Expressions, use them as you will, use them as you please. Do not be afraid of making mistakes. That's my caveat. It's not even a caveat, but there you go. All right, so part 3 finished. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys like. I hope you guys subscribe if you're not already. And I will see you guys in the next video. Catch you.